Hey everyone, welcome back to another Tower of Adversity clear video in Wuthering Waves. You can see Phrolova here, in her majestic, sad glory. I like Phrolova a lot, like a lot. She's one of the most standout characters of the entire year in Wuthering Waves for me. And if you have her, this Tower of Adversity is super easy. So let's just get into it. The first stage, the first two floors, I cleared it with my normal Cartethiya team. I replaced Arrow Rover with Chisa because I wanted to test her out. Although Arrow Rover is much more comfortable to play, I think, right now in a Cartethiya team, especially if you do not have Chisa's signature weapon, because you get Arrow Rover's signature weapon for free, R5 and all, and it boosts arrow damage, which is much more useful than the ignore defense that Chisa provides. So I just used Chisa for fun, but obviously you can replace Chisa for Arrow Rover. Cartethiya, Ciaccona as usual, the normal team that you have going. You really want Ciaccona with Cartethiya, that's basically it, and you want Cartethiya's weapon. Sequences and all, it's up to you, but I think this core of what should I call it, S0R1 Cartethiya, Ciaccona, and then Chisa or Arrow Rover would make any stage easy. Like you can clear Whimpering Waves, you can clear Tower of Adversity easily with this team. It's the most broken team right now in the game. And the Sentry Construct, you have, this Sentry Construct does a special gimmick where where it brings forth this giant ice shield and it recovers its toughness bar. There's a gimmick to it, like if you dodge at that moment, this Sentry Construct will immediately stop doing that shield action and he'll just start attacking you. So that's one gimmick that you can do. That's one cheese strat that you can do, like if you want its gimmick to end soon. So just dodge when it does that shield stuff and you're good to go. After that, it's a very simple boss, like you've fought it many times before, and there's not much difficulty over here in completing it. Although I would say that EHP inflation in this Tower of Adversity is quite high. Like like even my normal teams, which should be clearing pretty fast, they actually took some time. So yeah, the HP is getting high on this one, and I do hope this is one of the rare cases and isn't a normal stuff going forward, because we already see what happened in Star Rail and it is absolute hell over there. It is absolute hell. Otherwise, the second floor, simple, same strat as well. Cartethiya, Ciaccona, Chisa. Just the usual, the normal rotation. Chisa to Ciaccona, Ciaccona to Cartethiya, Cartethiya to Chisa. You can replace Chisa with Arrow Rover, this and that. Everything that I've said before. It is very easy. Also, you want to keep on dodging, because if you don't dodge, Chisa might die pretty quickly. Arrow Rover is much more versatile and flexible in that manner, because their skill takes a lot of times and they have much more mobility built into their kit compared to Chisa, who is much more like she wants some on-field time before she can start to get her support capabilities going. So that is it for now, for these first two floors. It's very easy, and I would honestly recommend using Cartethiya here, because you want to save, if you have Phrolova or Galbrenna, you want to save them for the latter two stages, because those stages heavily utilize the echo damage gimmick, and since we only have 3 characters right now who deal that kind of stuff, 4 if you count Cantarella, it is quite restrictive in that sense. So you would want somebody that deals massive echo damage for that part. So I'll catch you when we get to stages 3 and 4, and then I'll tell you what I did over there. Alright, stages 3 and 4, I used Phrolova. Now, I would recommend getting any echo cat that you have, like, like maybe Chiwan or Chi Yuan or Galbrena or, Phrolova. And you want to have their main weapon, like you want to have their signature weapon. That is going to make things very easy. Otherwise, you could possibly do it, you could probably do it, but it would require a lot of focus, a lot of perfect skill timings, timed crits, crazy builds and all. It is possible, but I would, honestly recommend to just get your character that has the signature weapon. It could be Galbrena or Chiuwen or Phrolova or maybe Cantarella as well, and you could work around that. It would make the clear much easier. For me, I used Phrolova S0R1. I did not have her R1 before this banner, so I recorded this after Phrolova's banner went live so that I got her weapon. And her R1 is probably the best weapon that you can get for Phrolova. It changes how her damage is scaled, like on a normal permanent 5-star weapon or even a 4-star weapon, she just does not do enough stuff that she can do with her signature weapon, and it is insane. I mean, I went from 2-minute clears using a 4-star weapon to 3-minute clears, or like the 3-minute timer it was the 3-minute timer when I cleared the stage, so it was insane. It was like pretty good. Obviously with Phrolova you want Cantarella, but if you have Chiuwen, he could work equally well because he buffs echo skill damage by a lot, by a huge amount, and that would be really good for Phrolova. The other team that you could use is Galbrena with her signature weapon and Chiuwen or Lupa or whatever, but still I would recommend, like, you need to have some of their signature weapons. That's the main thing that I felt, like, while doing stages 3 and 4. You would also cheese it with Cartethiya if you have strong enough teams to clear the first 2 floors with, like maybe Camellia. I tried it with Camellia and she got really close, but then I think that, her damage is falling off quite a bit. Like, I even have her signature weapon and all, but I think her builds aren't that great enough, and maybe a Camellia with, let's say 250, 260 crit damage could do it much better. My Camellia is at 220 or something. I didn't get good rolls. It could work around. Then Camellia is a great option for the first 2 floors, which can free up your Cartethiya team for the second floors. But still, I would recommend using the buff that the game gives you to make your clears easier and to make your life easier and to not hurt your fingers. Because honestly, you do not need to stress over a few asteroids. Like, you do not need to go to that mental torture that this game gives you. Just utilize the buffs, get your main stuff, and then bail out. That is my theory. That's why in Whimpering Waste I also stick to the S rank only. So over here, like I was saying, in my team, Phrolova, Cantarella, Shorekeeper. Shorekeeper is the generalist buffer. She's really good for that. Cantarella and Phrolova are made for each other, so like you really want them to be paired together, if you don't, especially if you do not have Chiuwen. And I think that's it. Phrolova is S0R1 over here, and Cantarella is on the permanent 5-star. And Shorekeeper is on the Call of the Abyss. So it is very accessible weapons except for Phrolova. And it is a very easy clear. Like, Phrolova cheeses the buff, cheeses everything in the 3rd and 4th stages. It is a very easy clear. And I'm pretty sure if you have Galbrena's premium team and Galbrena's weapon, it would be easy for her as well. I think the main buff would be Chiuwen, who buffs echo damage by a lot, so he would be the most top tier support that you can have right now. But overall, like I would say, easy Tower of Adversity, but the HP inflation, I can feel it. I can feel it right now. And they are really trying to gimp to nerf Augusta. Like, Augusta is probably the strongest DPS right now in the game, but they're introducing electro-resistant enemies in Whimpering Waste, in Tower of Adversity, so Augusta falls off quite a lot. And if you do not have electro-resistant enemies, she can cheese it. Augusta can do anything because of a stop time gimmick. So I just really hope in the future we don't have the Hoyo endgame strategy in Wuthering Waves, because it is quite annoying. Like, you need to utilize the buff of the month to actually clear it, and you just can't do generalist clears, which kind of affects, like, clearing with your faves and all the strategy, and it's kind of disappointing, honestly. It works for Hoyo. It's good and all, but I just wish Wuthering Waves doesn't follow that strat. They haven't been doing it for the past 1 year or so. I think only recently they started doing it, which is quite annoying, especially if you miss out on the banner character of the month. But still, as of now, feedback, they hear the feedback, and it could be changed in the future. But until then, that was my clear, and I'll be back when Whimpering Waves resets in about a week or so, because now I think I would be able to get higher ranks with Phrolova 0R1. Builds are at the end of the video, so if you enjoyed this clear, if you like the clear and all, please subscribe to support me, and I hope you have a great clear as well, and I hope you're enjoying this game, because this game is pretty fun. Honestly, really fun game. I love it a lot. So that's it. I'll catch you in the next video, and then 3.0 is also coming up. So Linnae Mornai is also coming up. It's a good time to be a Wuthering Waves player. Until then, have a great day. Goodbye.
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
Scissors at the ready. The power to split and merge matter. The divinity may foresee the future of the world, but I doubt they can predict which song people will play tomorrow. Understood. I am here to serve your will.